Did you know that some everyday habits might be silently damaging your brain? Hi, I'm Rabia Akram, a neurologist, and in this video, I will share 2 surprising habits that can harm your brain and what you can do instead to protect your memory, focus, and your mental sharpness. As a neurologist, I see the long-term effects of these habits every day. Good news is, small changes today can make a huge difference for your brain tomorrow. Number 1 habit is poor sleep. If you're sleeping less than 7 hours a night on a regular basis, you're not just tired, you're putting your brain at risk. Chronic sleep deprivation has been linked to memory loss, brain fog, and even a higher risk for dementia. Studies using modern imaging techniques such as fMRI and EEG have shown that in people with chronic sleep deprivation, there's an altered activation in critical cognitive and emotional networks of the brain, such as the prefrontal cortex and the limbic system. This way, sleep deprivation reduces attention, working memory, emotional regulation, and learning. I had a patient that struggled with weight loss and had various medical complications that come along with obesity, such as diabetes, high blood pressure, and depression. What she had been doing in the past for many years was to try and treat the individual diseases and symptoms without any long-term success. However, after digging a little deeper, it turned out that this person had been struggling with untreated insomnia for many years and lived many years in a constant state of chronic sleep deprivation. Once we got to the root cause behind many of her other health issues, which was accumulated sleep deficit, we were able to treat her sleep disorder, which ended up having a myriad of overall other health benefits that rippled into every other aspect of her health, including losing that weight, including getting that diabetes under control. Another thing that happens in the brain due to chronic lack of sleep is that it alters gene expression tied to synaptic plasticity. This reduces the brain's capacity to stay robust and dynamic. Synaptic plasticity or neuroplasticity simply means your brain's capacity to grow, alter, and rewire. When neuroplasticity goes down due to poor sleep, your brain has a harder time forming new connections. So, solving problems, learning new skills, and even recovering from stress or injury all become difficult. Here's what happens. Think of deep sleep as a kind of shower for the brain. Deep sleep actually works like a nightly brain detox. When you're sleeping deeply, your brain's lymphatic system flushes out waste, including beta amyloid, the protein that can build up and form plaques, resulting in Alzheimer's disease. But if you're chronically sleep deprived, this cleaning crew can't do its job properly, resulting in an accumulation and build up of those plaques, which can increase the risk of Alzheimer's disease. So here's what happens in a nutshell when we don't get enough sleep over time. Critical brain regions and crucial brain networks can actually shrink in size. This may lead to poor decision-making, lack of focus, attention, and memory. Number 2, the brain's ability to maintain and form new connections can be compromised, leading to having difficulties in learning and adapting. Long-term sleep deficits can lead to build-up of beta amyloid, which can increase the risk of Alzheimer's disease. Now that we've talked about what happens in the brain when we're chronically sleep deprived, let's take a look at what we can do instead to reap the benefits of a good night's sleep. Prioritize 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. That's the range research shows is the healthiest for most adults. That said, everyone's sleep needs are unique, so focus on how refreshed you feel. Try to keep a regular sleep schedule, even on the weekends, because a regular routine helps your brain's natural sleep rhythm. Limit screens and bright lights an hour before bed. Studies show that this can block melatonin and make it harder to fall asleep. Now let's come to habit number 2. Habit number 2 is being sedentary. Being sedentary means spending too much time lying or sitting down without much physical movement, like working at a desk all day, binge watching shows, or endlessly scrolling on the phone. It's not just about skipping the gym, it's about how much you sit overall, day after day. Research shows that a sedentary lifestyle reduces blood flow to the brain, slows down the growth of new brain cells, and may shrink memory-related areas of the brain like the hippocampus. A 2025 study published in the journal Alzheimer's and Dementia found that older adults who spent more time sitting had a greater brain shrinkage and a faster hippocampal atrophy, even if they exercised on a regular basis. That means too much sitting can silently age the brain. Here's what we can do instead, based on solid research, what works for me and for my patients. If you already have a regular workout routine, that's great. On top of your regular workout routine, try and get as active as possible throughout the day. If you have a desk job, take regular breaks to do a stretch, to go for a walk, or do a few reps of your favorite exercise. If you don't have a regular workout routine yet, start doing the things I just mentioned to get your body moving as much as possible. And on top of that, incorporate 1 or 2 workout slots into your weekly schedule, increasing the duration and intensity and the frequency as you go. If you have a health issue, always remember to talk to your doctor before you start anything new.